All right. So here we go. I was going to do a demo real quick of the offer architect that I've built. Make it really fast here. So the first thing you're going to put in here is your audience. Like, what is the audience mine's going to be? Like, say, corporate lawyers seeking freedom, because I'm willing to trade another one of my tools to lawyers if they're willing to represent me in a case, my wife rather. So burnout corporate lawyers who are seeking freedom from the daily grind and the 80-hour work weeks and are trying to maintain financial freedom while reducing their hours. All right. And then over here, the main pain, the golden handcuffs of high income. They don't have any time, but they make decent money. So they just need to have sorry, you're going to put the pain, right? So this is just this one. Like, say you have these, and that's the problem. That's what I found with attorneys anyway. So the goal is to turn it into a 20-hour a week boutique firm that is systematized and optimized through the utilization of technology while maintaining all legal ramifications, legal standards. Sorry. Uh, like I said, real life stuff. My wife's looking up how to do family court and stuff, whatever it is. I'm also writing a book on co-parenting because I effectively do it really well with my son's mother. Then on my strengths, right? So 10 years legal experience, certified yoga instructor, let's say good at fishing or loves football and whatever else you can think of, really. I'm not going to put that on there, but like whatever else. So let's say you have something like that, right? Then you go down here, you hit initialize the architecture. That's going to think for a second and it's going to send out an API call. And here we are. So this is your core offer statement. Your transition from a burnout lawyer, 20 hours a week with sacrificing income. Who's this for? Burnout corporate lawyers, 10 years plus experience, seeking a work life balance with financial compromise, the pain they feel, constantly trading time for money, trapped in a billable hour cycle, sacrificing health. You can read this all. If you want to stop the video to read it, like I said, I don't care. And it gives you the ability to copy it to the clipboard. Then right now I have this set up to generate a prompt. So what this is going to do is generate an image prompt for you, right? And then it gives you the examples. I recommend Midjourney is probably one of the best. Dolly's good. Bing. These are all free. So first you're going to copy your prompt. Then you go to Bing. That's going to launch you to the Bing website if you already have an account. And then you can paste your prompt there and create it. And then it's just going to take a second because this is Bing. This ain't me. But oh, there we go. And it created it. Again, this is all based on the architectural design, making it look like something that's catchy and futuristic. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. But again, this is just for the alchemy side of it because that's the side that I went with. So that way, if anybody just tries to steal my app, uh, it's just going to look like magic to people. Good luck with that. Then right here, you have the blueprint. This is going to generate you the 12-week curriculum and execution plan required to fulfill that promise, right? And so again, it's an API call and it's broken down phase one, phase two, right? And so while that's going here, I also like doing this one. Now, again, I like to point out, I have these set up. This one is going to just, oh, by the way, yeah, LinkedIn text. So this is a post for a direct LinkedIn. And now it gives you two options here for proactive and then one for things. Oh, this one's giving you three. Sorry, I set it up a little different than I thought. Right, and that'll give everything there. Also, you can hit image here, and it's going to generate you a prompt for the image again. And any free image generator you can use, or I can again set this back up and switch it over to where it'll just generate the picture for you. If you'd prefer it that way, again, I'll set that up. But I'm going to need to put in your API stuff. I don't have a problem setting all that up for you and having it billed to you. Again, no additional charge or anything like that if you want it. However, if you, again, it's going to be a setup for that. I'm not going to be able to pay for it forever for you. And then, of course, my personal favorite is the Ignis Aquaterra. So I wrote a book on sales called The Alchemy of Sales, and it's based on classics written by Greek philosophers. And pretty much you discover that any influential book is written on those. Right. And so again, that created this one. Oh, and you can also create a Facebook one as well, and then the Facebook image prompt as well. And this is going to open that. And they can run simultaneously, so it's okay. Um, they're two different calls. That's why it has the ability. Now, the graphics are going to run a little slower if you do both of them simultaneously because it's running them both. But again, it doesn't actually hurt anything, right? Just because it doesn't look as cool, that's because it takes up more graphics. I can take those graphics off again if you don't like them, but I built it this way so that it demonstrates that it's a professional product. And then you can come down here and it's going to go through. All right, architect, the script has been resonant to burn out those things. If you have a specific sales script or a method that you would like to use, I can implement that in here as well and white label it for you so that it can have the ability to go off of whatever sales style you want to use, right? I know some that like to use certain persuasion techniques written by certain people, or they have certain scripts or methods that they've spent money on. I can implement that in here instead of my stuff. I like my stuff. I think it looks good. I think it works good, but it's not my company. So if you want it to look like your company and to look great, for a price, I'm more than happy to do it. But yeah, it's going to keep generating. Now, I have it set up to do this because API calls do take time, right? When you call something from an AI, which this is set up to call from them. You can set it up for whichever one you want. I use Gemini because it's really good, as well as it being very inexpensive. If you want something that's better on the writing side or whatever, there's different ones, and everyone has opinions, and they change so fast that it's honestly more, in my opinion, about how you prompt the AI than it is about which AI you're using. And but yeah, but that's my opinion. Again, opinions, they suck sometimes, right? But yeah, so this is going to tell the entire sales script as well. You'll have your Facebook post, your LinkedIn post, your curriculum, and your entire sigil prompt to create your alchemical symbol. If you would like to keep the alchemy logo and use my brand on it, again, I'm not going to tell you no. Just remember it's my brand. And if you want to buy other products from me and you want to use those and go out and teach the cool stuff that I'm learning, yeah, I'm cool with that. That just helps me. But if you don't and you want to build it on yours and you're just like, I know how to build cool stuff, I'm here to do that too. I'm not, I'm trying to work on humility a lot. So if I can help you and this is something that you think is cool, and like I said, it's going to go through the whole thing. This is actually a sales script, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So I wrote a thing on influence. This gives you the whole sales script on like a hypothetical situation, the packages you can sell the product for, etc. And so for somebody from a legal standpoint, usually you guys have a lot of stuff that you know a lot about persuasion, influence, logical fallacies, the importance of words, meaning, and stuff like that. So like in sales, we have the same thing. I'm not sure if some of you guys maybe not have been in sales. But in sales, there's a lot of the same stuff, and I wrote one based on everything that I know. If you do know me at all in sales, I was pretty good at it when I was involved in sales. Still am, still do it. I just now go for a different form of selling, and it's a little bit more profitable. It's called help people and then watch how you get paid anyway. Yeah, it's pretty effective. But some people don't really want to have the faith in that yet, and that's cool. Yep, now it's done, and you can copy this entire thing, of course. I have it set up right now, so everything is going to have my brand, my label, my stuff. You can copy the text. Like I said, this is just for attorneys. Um, if that goes, that's your client. It's designed for coaches. But at any rate, that's my product, and thank you very much for watching out.